Right, so this is what we've got today. I need to take this hub assembly off so I can change the ABS sensor behind it. Ordinarily, if you was in a workshop, you'd probably just slide this entire lot off as a one lump, but since we're literally in a field, I'm probably going to split the wheels off of the drum and the hub assembly to make it more manageable. So the first job will be to take this cover off. I was hoping I might be able to change the ABS sensor from just going in behind, but unfortunately I don't think you can do that. So we'll take this cover off. Hopefully I've got the right size sockets to get onto the nuts. If I can get that undone, the rest of it hopefully should be okay. So yeah, get on. I have had this cover off once before, just so I can measure the two retaining nuts behind it. Make sure I try and get the right size sockets. Right, this will be the tricky bit. If I can get these off, then we'll be all right, I think. That's already loose. Okay, so I need to mark that up and then go from there. Right, slight change of it. I think when I first recorded this, I think I said I was going to split the wheels off the drum to save myself the added weight, but I found this laid over the back of the barn, completely lost and forgotten about, and it works. So I'm going to change my angle of approach a bit, and I'm going to get this thing hooked up, get the air built up, get the suspension right up, get it jacked up, and I'm going to lay some timber down. I'm going to see if I can slide the whole lot out as a oneer. Luckily that is only finger tight, so I've marked it. Well, everything's marked up so it can go back as it was. So yeah, so I'm going to try that and see how we get on. If I get really stuck, I'll just have to split it and then put it back together separately, but I'm hoping that won't be the case. be about it, I think. Get Jack under there and go from there. Okay, we're jacked up. We're jacked up just about enough now. So slide this under, literally just far enough, and then let go of the camera and get this centralised, and then we'll see about just sliding this out and then go from there. Got lucky there, didn't I? That didn't drop into the shit on the floor. I think that's probably as far as forward as I'm going to pull that. I might pull it out a little bit further, but there you go. So that's what we're here to do. Is we're here to change that sensor. So I have got another one. He says. I'm sure I looked earlier. Right. Yeah. So I'm not gonna lie, I did have to partially guess what it was. I mean, an ABS sensor at the end of the day, but there's more guessing trying to get the length of the cable. So I might pull this a bit further out of the way. I'm hoping I can work around the shoes and I'll have to take the shoes off. It'd be a bit frustrating if I take the shoes off, but we'll find out in a moment. Right, okay, so there's the ABS sensor, a bit closer now. We're a bit lucky, it does move. So that is a good thing. I can change that. I say it was working when I picked it up, but then these brakes got too hot, so I wonder if where the wiring goes across here, I wonder if it melted the wiring. Can't quite tell from here. But brand new shoes, soon to be a brand new sensor. This is inside the drum. I'll give that a little clean out, get rid of the bleeding brake dust, and then I'm pretty certain it's a sensor because you can, actually I don't know if you can see, but I can see where it has just been kissing the ABS ring, which is exactly where you want it to be doing. So I'm just about to pull that, pop that out, put the camera down so I get both hands. I've got to take that back cover off, but I'm hoping that shouldn't be too bad, because I have had it off once before to have a look, and that's when I realised I had to actually take the drum off. So yeah. Right, back plate out. Right, so back plate's out. I'll get onto this now. I think I might have just picked up quite a blunt pair of snips. I think these are original sensors. I do believe these are original. Right. Okay. I'm going to need both hands again because I think I can do it. But I'm going to need to get a pry bar in there just to leave that down a tiny little bit. Right, there's the offending sensor. I don't see anything too obvious wrong with it. Of course, could be wrong, might not be this side after all, but I hope this one's long enough. A little bit shorter, not too much, a little bit shorter. Give it a go anyway, because I did have some spare length on that, and to be honest with you, I would expect I've got a whole bundle of cable up there, so the fact this sensor's a bit shorter shouldn't make a blind bit of difference. So I'll do the same again, get the pry bar in there. I literally only wedged it, in there, and then went down with it. And then yeah, go from there. There we go. That's that part in. Comes around here nicely, hugs up that tight, and I'm a tiny little bit short, but like I say, I've got a whole bundle of it up there. So I'll adjust that slightly, get the back plate in, give everything a little bit of a tidy up since I'm here. Put the hub back on and see what happens, really. That's all we can do. Right. I think that'll do. There is meant to be a third bolt, but that is located right down here, and I'm not sure I can really be bothered with that one. It's perfectly secure with two. It's sat in there, definitely not going anywhere. So I think that'll do. See about making sure the sensor's in about the right place, and then see about putting it back together. Right, okay, so sensor's pushed right forward, and then when I push this hub back on it, I just push it back to where it wants to go. I've given it a clean out. Just de-dusted it really, just to give it half a chance, yeah, slide it back on. So fortunately, as I say, the original damage was because the person who changed these shoes didn't adjust them quite right, and they got hot. Fortunately, they couldn't have gotten that hot because the springs are all still good. It's usually a good sign if they've cooked up too much, the springs start sagging. So yeah, right, I'll get out of the way and I'll start pushing this back together. Proper close. I'm better off doing it like that now. There we go. Well, I'd be lying if I said it was easy. I'm drenched in sweat now. However, it seems to have worked. I did have to lay some ply down in the end. Pulling it out was easier than pushing it back in. So put a drop of grease in behind there, and then start reassembling. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, I think I had 13 threads there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yep, that's in the right place. Put this ring back on. This ring, it's quite a clever design. Let me pick this up so you can see a bit better. So down here you've got a protrusion, I'll call it that. That goes into one of these holes, and then you've got here a slot, and then the idea being it drops into that. So I think I need to adjust that ever so slightly to get a drop in. So it'll probably end up being backing it off a little bit, because typically speaking you're better off having the bearing a tiny bit too loose and a tiny bit too tight. Right, it's on now, so we're on there and we're in there. In the end, I didn't have to do anything. I literally just turned that around in the end. That way around it doesn't fit, that way around it does, so perfect, even better. This one next. This one next, but I might need to clean it up because I've got a chisel mark there and a chisel mark on top of that one. I've got a chisel mark on top of this, but it's too much grease, I can't see it at the minute. So let me just clean that up and then give it another go. That'll do nicely. It's mark. So yeah, that'll do. It's a bit of a catch-22 because it's tight, but it's very thin, so it's like you don't want to strip the thread, then you'll be in a really difficult position then. And then last but not least, the cover. I need to adjust the brakes up because I did wind them off earlier, so I must remember to do that, otherwise I'll be most disappointed when we come for the MOT. That'll do, I think. And yeah, looks like that gamble paid off, because it means I don't have to undo the wheel and have to do them back up and torque them up and wait half hour and all that rubbish. Good. Right, we're on there now. So probably the only thing I'll do now is start the motor back up, get the air right up again, and then we'll adjust the brakes up and drop it down. Right, the air's built up. Just about to adjust the brakes, but first, since I'm up at this end, got a couple of bits I just want to quickly do. So ever since I've had this, I've had a couple of these missing. Well, when I got lucky and on eBay, I found bits I wanted. What orange should I put these? I'll go for this way. I don't want to go in there. I'll tell you what, we'll go for this end first. Another look at this end. Oh, don't you want to drop in? A bit brutal. Right, good. Perfect. That better completes the front of that now. Right, back to the brakes. Close enough, I think. Right, we're all back together, adjusted up, and now I'll just have a quick look. I've put on the ABS line and the air lines, and just have a quick look to make sure the ABS light actually goes out. I know some trailers you have to take it up the road for a spin. Ooh. Yep, that works. Ignore that one, that's for the unit. That goes out once it gets I think according to the book it's 12 kilometers an hour that goes out, but it goes out way before that. It gets walking pace and it goes out. That's the trailer. No idea what that one's for. But yeah, so that's good. That works. That is now about ready for MOT. So that'll do. Right. That's probably about it for this video. I'm just going to tidy up my mess, pack everything back away. Might check the lights, there's no point recording that. I might quickly check the lights whilst I'm out here. Only because it was all working, but only because I did a bit of welding down here. I don't even know why I'm coming down here, it's going to be far too dark to show you, but this last side marker, they seem to catch moisture in this clamp and it rots it out, so I've ended up cutting all this out and welding a complete new lump in. So obviously it's all gotten very hot here. I've tried to put everything out of the way as possible. Actually, I'll move that out of the way. That was up there to help hold the wiring up. So actually I might do that quickly. Try and put this wiring up out of the way. So I might check the lights, make sure that works. And then that'll be about it for today. I think I'm getting a bit bored now. I want to go home. So hope you enjoyed it. Hope you have a nice weekend, and I'll see you in the next one.